just come out the other side of 4 days rain, so I didn't get an awful lot done, bits and bobs, but nothing to write home about. Fortunately, Sara's done a little bit of earthworks and groundworks, and so it's kept the land drier where the yurt is. But any road up. The rain has caused some problems for me. Well, not problems, but just a little bit of extra work. Let's have a look. So this filled up. I think you can see the tide line still. Yeah, you can see the tide line. So that was about 2 feet deep in water. So I need to bail that out. And then I'm going to finish off building, putting together this wire cage. And then I'm going to fill that with concrete. The workshop took a bit of a battering. I say workshop, the house, with this rain. This door was swollen up loads. That was another job I did, was sharpening the chipper, shredder. But yeah, it's extremely damp in here. The main problem's the water coming through the door, so I do need to dig a drainage ditch there, because it just flows into here. So this is what I'm doing this morning. I'm just gonna finish tying that up. I picked up a really good tool. I'll show you how it's used. This is great. In a nutshell, I make up these with a loop on each end, and then use this hooky, which has got like a Yankee screwdriver type attachment on it. Use it for, you pull it and it twists it. Job done. It looks easier than those twizzly things, so I bought this off of Amazon. Let's see how it works. I'm going to tie this one on here. Get that wrap on that. There you go. The worst bit of it is making these. So I've got 10 to make. And then I'll just finish that, finish bailing out the water, and start mixing some concrete. Yay. That's that done. I'm sure if there's some concreters out there who do rebar and reinforced concrete, I'm sure they'll be having kittens having a look at this. But I think that'll do. Let's get outside. There's that last bit. There's a little sump down there, and I'm gonna scoop that out, get the stones over it. I'll probably put another barrow of stones in there just to make sure. Right, and 2 hours later, the concrete has been poured. Check it out, look. So there we go. What I need to do now is flatten it off and let it set a little bit, and then I'll be able to put that block and that cage in there. But first, a cup of tea. Well, I've got this string line, which is coming around the corner of that post, running parallel to one side, and then I just need to drop this next one in the correct position. Alright, hold on a sec. I need to work something out first. And it's not just here. I've got to position it correctly, it's here. Oh look.
Wow.
It's mad, isn't it?
Looks like some kind of power station.
But if you imagine, right, so this is going to be about 3.6 metres from edge to edge. Actually, I'll do it on the top corner. Okay, so these gates will be about 1800 high by 1800 wide.
Oh, lovely.
It is lovely, other than the fact that I'm not going to get them in and out of the door of the house, because unless I can get them out on the diagonal. But it's going to be nice anyway. What I made, babe.
Oh,
Man makes cement.
man makes
Concrete.
Concrete. Stone. Very good.
It's recording.
Oh, it's recording.
Yeah. Alright, so this has got to go roughly in the centre of it. 250 mil down. Build this, build it 3 high, maybe 4 high, fill it at concrete. Yeah. Right, I'm going to do a 4-to-1 mix. So 4 sand, 1 cement, and I'm going to put a little bit of this in, which is mortisizer. You can use a little bit of washing up liquid, but I've got the proper stuff, so that's what I'm going to use. Now, am I going to be able to? No. I'm going to get hop up. Bad, considering it's really my first time laying blocks. So that's 1 pillar done, and that's filled with concrete as well, right up to the top. So today, I want to get that one in. I'm going to leave the shuttering on until tomorrow. And yeah, I've got the dimensions for the gates, I've designed them. I shall show you that later on. And yeah, need to order the timber today. and that's the posts done. Well, I need to trim off the rebar and put some caps on them and some render, but we'll see how we go. I'm going to order the timber and then get on with these gates. Yeah, so I need to build these gates. Now these gates are going to be kind of enormous. If you look up here, oh there, that's a picture of it. They're going to be about 6 feet high and 6 feet wide. Check this out. That door is 5'9". So I don't think I'm going to be able to build them inside there. I'll be able to machine it all up, but I'll have to actually put them together and glue them up out here. So I definitely need some good weather for that. And also another desperate job needs to be tidying in here. Yep, this has been a dumping ground. So without making this into a mountain, this molehill, I kind of need places to put things, because I'm going to need the mortise, I will need the pillar drill, and my back's still recovering, so I don't want to keep lifting them up and down onto benches. I'm also going to need those benches outside, so I need to build some stuff in here really. So I need to make up my mind what I'm going to do and do it. Right, I've had my thinking cap on and I've put my specs on to make myself feel clever. What I'm going to do is I'm going to use the 3x2 up there that I bought back in the spring. I'm going to use that to make some benches here, and I'm going to use the timber for doing the skirt around the yurt, which I didn't use because I couldn't bend it. I'm going to use that as the top. It's a little bit better than what I need really, so I'm going to try and do it without cutting it too much so I can use it later on. Sounds like a full day to me. Problem is that all this timber is stacked on top of each other as well, and I've got one ladder, so what I need to do is I need to move it from there to there. All day? 2 hours. Check it out. I won't be winning any awards for joinery, however, it will do. So all I need is to get that on that. Boom! Bit of organisation. So what I thought I'd do as well, once I build a new bench here, is use these wheels and build a small table for the table saw to go on, and then I can wheel it underneath the main bench, and that's out of the way. I think I'll keep that there. I can move it around and I can get long lengths of timber through the door and out the window if I really need to. Not that they come in anything longer than 2.6 anyway. But yeah, so let's get in there. Just need a bit of a tidy up with the rest of it now.